Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Data Guru Akash, and in this video we are going to talk about some customizations in our plots that we learned in the last video while creating scatter plot and line plot and doing some basic customization. In this one we'll see some more customizations. So let's get into the video. For example, you also have not only sine function, you also have the cos function as well, right? So let's say I have z is equals to np dot cos. So I'm basically generating the data. I don't think I'm not getting data from anywhere. I'm generating the data on my own based on some functions and all. Okay. So let's say if I do np.cos and if I put let's say x here, right? So the same, I'm generating the data for cos function as well. And if I simply want to plot it, I can do plotting here as well. X, Y, C. So instead of plotting, let's make it scatter this time. I want to make it scatter. The color I want to make it, let's say green. And the marker should be star, and the marker size I'll decide it later. There is no line style, so I'll not pass the line style in here since it is it does not have any lining, right? Okay, so there is no marker size in this case, I guess. Here we can pass the x versus z. So you see this the other one plotted as well as a star, right? There is also something marker size in this case as well, but can be given as a different, can be given as a variable s. Okay, you can also make it, let's say, plus if you want to. Now you see it's nothing but a plus everywhere. You can also give, let's say, marker size as s is equals to, let's say, 50. It's a different, say, scale once again. Now this time it has a different scale. Now you see that's our that's our plot. You can also give them the label as well, right? Here we have given green color. You can also give the label. For example, let's say now it is sine and cos, and anybody sees, they will be able to understand what is it is sine or cos. But if you want, you can give them the label as well. And see what I was talking about, the period. So you see one period ends somewhere over here. Now you see this is nothing but somewhere at 6.28. And if you see, it is also going half period till then, more than half, because you see it's 1.59, the value when we divided 10 by 6.28. So that's the extra data points here. 3 extra data points are here. So that's why this data points is nothing. We'll see how can we crop and do all of the other stuff. So for example, now we can give the label. So let's say anybody geeky who knows about sine function, cos function will be able to know. But let's say you are plotting some other data. Nobody knows about the data. So you can give the label, like you can tell them this, the red graph is for that, green one is for what, and so on and so forth. So you can give them the label. Label is equals to, you can simply pass as name. So let's say here I'm going to sine, and here I can pass cos. Label is equals to cos, right? So you see nothing changed, but that will change when you pass plt dot legend. Okay, plt dot legend if I pass, sorry. Now you see here, it is telling that this red one is the sine, this one is the cos. Okay, let's see one of the more customizations. We are actually seeing the customization in one kind of a plot only. Okay, see, as of now we are looking only one plot and seeing what are the customizations that we can do. You can also have, the x ticks and y ticks as well. For example, what are the x ticks? So you will get into plt dot x ticks, and you can give like 0, 1, 2, 3. So whatever value you pass here, right? So you see, we are only giving those values in this ticks, right? So we are only giving those values. So whatever value you pass, okay? Similarly, you can also give the, so like, let's say if you want to, by default, if you see what are the by default. So as of now, I'm not passing anything. Make it by default. So by default, it is 0, 2, 4, right? But if you want to make like every value like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, so what you can do, you can pass in a list like 0, 1, 2, 3, or you can simply pass some, intelligent way. So you can pass the range. What does the range return? 0 to 11 if you pass, so it will return 0 to 10. Now you have got all the values in this case, right? So that's how you do. If you want to make it, even 0.25 as well, so you can pass, let's say 0 to 11, and then the step size will be 0.5. I think the step size cannot be 0.5. Okay. Let's leave it as it is. Right. So now you have got, so if you want them, 0.5 as well, so you'll have to pass, in a different way. You need to pass like all the values in here, but leaving the default one is necessary. You can simply do the Y labels as well. Here you see all the values. You can simply define what you want to see on this label as well in the Y ticks. And actually there is no order in Y ticks and X ticks. Okay. See, if you pass 0, 10, 2, let's say 9, 7, 3, 5, 4, and so on and so forth. Okay. This needs to be passed in a list. So you see, sorry, this one, I'll remove this. You see, it is actually putting them at their position only. When you pass 10, so wherever the 10 data has been plotted, it will pass only there. Right? It will simply write that 10 number only there, because 10th data point has been plotted here. Okay. So that's the thing, but I'm not gonna leave you for this. You can leave it for the default most of the time, right? Like 99 times out of 100, you can leave it by default unless somebody asks you to do so. Okay. Similarly, you can do Y ticks as well. Yeah, you can also do limit the x-axis and y-axis as well. You might have seen the lim variable in this. So similarly, if you do plt.xlim. So see, what am I doing? I'm giving the limitation to this. Now 0 to 2 pi only, right? So you will see from here to here, somewhere only one period. I am limiting the x-axis limit from 0 to 2 pi only, right? Similarly, I can do the y-axis as well, but I'm not going to do that. So you see, now it is just a simple one period, okay? 0 to 2 pi. All right. So that's the one period, and we have trimmed the data. Similarly, you can also do, trim the x-axis as well. It's up to you. Well, like y-axis as well. Let's say if you do y-lim, and now you want to make it 0 to 1. Right? You don't want this to be, downwards. Here you see only the positive values, right? So you do not see the other part of this because the negative one has been limited, trimmed. So if I just comment this out, now you see all the things. Right. So that's the thing. That's how you customize the different plots. Now you are able to understand this whole thing. Any doubt in this case as of now? You can also show the grids as well. Okay. Okay. One more thing you see. Previously, this particular thing was being shown over there and not now, because the part of the graph is being located over there. So if the part of the graph is being located, it will moved to some position where nothing is being shown in the graph. Okay. So you can also have the grids, and the grids will be shown only those positions where your ticks are. For example, wherever your X ticks and Y ticks are, it will be shown only at those positions. These grid line will only be shown in those positions. So that's something you can remember. That's pretty much of it with the basic customization in a single plot. And in one plot, you can have more than one graph as well. See, as of now, we have plotted 2. But if you have similar range, you want to compare them together. So this is basic understanding, right? It's basic common sense. If you want to compare 2 graphs, you cannot compare them in 2 different graphs. You need to pass them in a single graph. Then only you'll be able to compare them against their same range of values. If you are plotting them in the different graph, so the range of values you cannot measure, right? And this only you can understand if you do a lot more practice and do plot a lot more data and work with the real life data. Okay. All right. Let's say what else we can do. For example, let's say I'm going to plot. So plt dot plot. Here I'm giving the x-axis. Let's say 0, 100. Here I'm giving the y-axis. Let's say once again 0, 100. I am plotting 2 points, 0, 0, and I'm plotting 100, 100, and that is a plot function. So it will connect those lines together. See what am I getting? when I'm plotting this plot, okay, this data has 2.0 comma 100 and it has 0 comma 100. So it has 2.0 comma 0 and 100 comma 100, right? So what does it means? It is going to plot this 0 comma 100 data in this one. So we have limited it, right? So that's why we are not able to look into this. Let's say if we do not limit it, right, and then we plot it, see what are we getting? We are getting this plot. This is 0 comma 0 and this is 100 comma 100 and there is 1 point here, there is 1 point here. This particular plot is actually plotting very large values of data in this, right? And because of that, all the other data points are suppressed, right? They are compressed, okay, both the axes, x-axis and y-axis. So that is why we are not able to see the other values. So here one thing to understand by this example, whenever you are plotting in a single plot, always plot the same range of the data. Always plot the same range of the data. Or else you can limit your x-axis or y-axis to look the data points, right? If you limit your x-axis and y-axis, let's say -1 to 1 is y-lim. Now you see there is no problem here. This one has been cut out. Still we are able to look into our graph. So that's pretty basic thing. All right. So that's something you have to understand. Either you can limit or you can just plot only the same range of data in the same graph. Okay. Now it was a big picture and we are cropping the only this part, right? We have limited 0 to 2 pi minus 1 to 1. All right. So that's pretty much of it with the basic things. Let's see what are the different types of plot there and how can we simply create a subplot. Okay. So let's see. So let's see how do we create subplots. So thank you so much for watching this video. Creating subplots and creating furthermore plots such as bar graph, pie charts, donut charts, all of these we'll see in our next session. This is it for this session today. Thank you so much. We'll see you again in the next one. Till then, bye bye and have a great day.